joining me for this Padres postgame recap for April 11th, where the Padres dropped the final game of this three-game set to the Dodgers 3-2 and dropped the series 2-1. But let's be honest, the real topic is not the score of this ballgame. It's about the bench-clearing brawl that took place in the sixth inning. How did this get started? Well, 2-1 ballgame. Zach Greinke on the mound, Carlos Quentin leading off the inning, and Greinke hits Carlos right between the numbers on a 3-2 fastball. Now, not the normal situation where you're going to go hit a guy. So why does this turn to a benches clearing brawl? Well, for two reasons. First of all, there's history here between these two players. Greinke had hit Carlos Quentin several times before. Back in 2008, there was almost an altercation that was broken up by an umpire. And then in 2009, Carlos was hit again. So coming into this game, he's been hit before by Greinke, and he doesn't take it too kindly when he gets hit again. But the other thing that happened is that Greinke made a motion and said something to Carlos, and that was it. Because when Carlos first got hit, he did not charge right away. He walks out a couple of steps in front of home plate. He looks at Greinke. Greinke says something, and at that point, he goes out there. And Carlos said after the ball game, he says, "You know what? This was avoidable." He didn't say exactly what Greinke said, but what he did know is it certainly wasn't anything that was apologetic. That's all Carlos needed to know, and it was on. Both benches cleared. A lot of pushing and shoving. I didn't see a whole lot of punches thrown, but it was definitely getting heated in there. A huge dog pile, both bullpens, of course, coming in as well. And all said and done, when the smoke cleared, Zach Greinke walks away with a broken collarbone. That's a big blow for this Dodger ball club. Things calmed down after the first round of fighting, and then it seemed to escalate once again. Matt Kemp was clearly agitated, was continuing to be yelling at some of the Padre players. Finally, Scott Hairston came running out of the Dodger dugout. So again, both teams went back onto the field. This time the umpires were able to calm things down before anybody else got hurt. And that was kind of the end of it. So very interesting. Tensions are certainly high. It'll be interesting to see if any of this carries over to the rest of the season. This is happening very early on. These teams, of course, play each other just in next week. Zach Greinke was scheduled to pitch on Tuesday, but obviously with the broken collarbone, he won't be able to at this point. So another rumor surfaced after the game that Matt Kemp had actually gone up to Carlos in the players' parking lot and tried to reinstigate some activity there. Apparently it was broken up. I don't know if that rumor is true. We'll probably find out a little bit more tomorrow. So very interesting day at the ballpark. And you know what? Sometimes these things are what teams need to get them sparked. Padres have been off to a sluggish start. Sometimes you need a little bit of one of these altercations to bring the boys together and jumpstart them. They'll see if they can take some of that momentum and some of that energy into tomorrow's ball game against the Rockies. It's going to be Tyson Ross going up against John Garland. These two matched up previously. Garland pitched very well against the Padres. Tyson Ross threw the ball quite well also, and he's looking to take that good outing and bring it into his effort tomorrow. So we'll look forward to that matchup. Ted Leitner and I will be bringing you the action on the Mighty 1090. Game starts at 7:10. Hope you'll join us. I'm Bob Scanlon. Thanks for joining me tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.